Hello, today we're going to talk about World Tiger Day. It's coming up in just tomorrow, so I'd like to discuss it a little bit. Hopefully this is a rather quick video. We'll see how it goes. First off, we should talk about what is Tiger Day. Tiger Day is a hunting experience boosting event. You get 5 times the experience, and there's also higher value hunting targets, things like pangolins and white tigers and things like that. So when you hunt, you make more money per hunt on average. It's pretty straightforward, but it begs the question, what is hunting? So let's look at that. I've got a link to the wiki right here. And hunting is an event, or not an event really, a option in South Africa, the final travel location, so you do need level 15 to do this event. And it's the farthest travel location, so it takes several hours to reach South Africa. When you do, it's so much time that it will actually fill up your energy bar before you can fly out there and get back. There's a couple locations that are like that. South Africa is the longest one. Hunting is an option besides attacking people, where you can spend energy and you'll make a little money. You just click the hunting option you want, and then there's 3 phases: the beginner, standard, and advanced. And you'll get a random amount of animals pulled up that will create a certain amount of profit. You'll get hunting XP, and that's how that works. Hunting is a skill, which means it's probably used for OCs, though I haven't seen too much information on that. But since this is an option to spend energy and get money, it does help with flying. It's an alternative to like just mugging overseas targets or something like that. So it's pretty straightforward. When is the event? Is the next question I want to answer. If you look, it follows your calendar for the time up here at the top. You will have a preset time, and if there's an event going on, you cannot change this, but if there's no event going on yet, you can change it to any of these open things that are available. I personally just try to stay as late as possible, but you can pick a time that is related to the Torn City clock that is beneficial to you. It is at the end of July, so you can see I'm recording this about a day before the event starts. And it lasts for 48 hours, so it's just a standard holiday event, really. Nothing fancy or complicated about it. The next question is, if you're doing the World Tiger Day, which hunt do you do? I mentioned that there's 3 different hunts. There's beginner, standard, and advanced. It should say somewhere in here, low 40s. I'm not sure. It should say in here where it thinks you should. In my experience, you stay in beginner until about 25 to 30, and then you stay in standard until about 75 to 77. Since you're getting 5 times the experience during this event, you can blast through these. The beginner hunt and sometimes the standard hunt, you'll actually lose money overall doing it because you're going to miss them early on. But if you just like, because South Africa has like high value items to buy and fly anyways, just that little bit of extra money that you carry for whatever you're going to buy is going to be enough to let you hunt. So you may do a loss at first, but you'll get XP really quick. You should be able to blast through beginner and do a bunch of the standard just off this event alone. Around 77 to 80, I started trying to do advanced. Keep in mind, I did hunting back when Torn was like fresh, raw, as like one of the first hunters. Stats weren't being recorded when I was doing hunting, so some of my information may be out of date in this matter. But in my experience, it was around 77 to 80, I think, when the advanced sessions were best. So that's which hunts you should pick depending on your skill level. Start at beginner, around 25 go to standard, and then 75, 77, maybe even into 80 if you're not having much luck is when you'll jump over to advanced. So now that we've talked about Tiger Day, what hunting is, how to hunt, South Africa. Let's talk about the prep to do. Most events have a book related to them. The only one that's really pertinent for the hunting event is the +10 travel items, because you're going to be in South Africa anyways, which has high value. Taking these travel items and using this book throughout the month, if you're used to flying, is pretty good. I rank this book kind of low because it's not that helpful, but this is one of the few events where you're going to profit using it. As far as other prep to do, you will need to have money in South Africa to buy the hunting sessions and to buy the items overseas to fly back to make money. We've never done a flying guide on this channel, so I need to do that at some point, but I hope you know how to fly if you're above level 15. Just remember to bring money. You can set up ghost trades with people and plan to have them time out when you're landing and things like that, or have your friends send you money. Your faction should be able to do this if you put money in your vault, or if y'all coordinate. It should be pretty straightforward. But you may want to talk to your friends today or tomorrow and kind of plan it out, see who's doing what. If anybody's not hunting, then they can be the money guy for you. It does benefit you to stack for this event. You can stack up to 1,000 energy on your Xanax, fly over there, and it's literally just clicking a button. There's no wait or anything, so you can just spam click that, get all your XP, and then fly back. And since this is 5 times the experience, taking 1,000 energy over there is like 5,000 energy. That is a massive amount of energy that you would be kind of drip feeding into South Africa flights that you can just get done all in one go. Since the event is 48 hours, you can just do this twice. You can stack up today and tomorrow, and then by the time you're flying back, hopefully your Xanax timers are all done, and you can stack a little bit and try to fly out again before the event ends. It's also not the worst time to use the email newsletter if you have your seasonal newsletters still. I mean, it's kind of early in the season to do it, but if you have your summer newsletter, why not use it now? That's an extra 250 energy. That would be 5 times the experience while you're there. It's not a bad option. Next, what do you buy? We can look at the South Africa shop list to kind of get an idea, but I would recommend buying a spear, because currently we're going through the phases of Travel 2.0 coming in, so you can't carry guns or armor overseas anymore. From my understanding, and I haven't tested it yet, but I think armor still works, so if it does and you have the money, it's 3 mil for a combat vest. That will soak up a lot of hits, only take up 1 slot in your inventory, and you should be pretty good with that. If that's not feasible for you, if you're a younger player than that, then I would recommend going with the spear. It's higher accuracy than a kick, and it's a lot more damage than a fist, so it's kind of the best of both worlds like that. So you could just use spear hits. If you're landing your hits well, then you can kick, which has lower accuracy than the spear. The knuckle dusters also exist, so if you do have kicks unlocked, you could just kick and then use knuckle dusters if you're missing a lot. That's pretty straightforward to do too. So those are options to use. You can't buy guns because there's no ammo overseas yet, so you're just restricted to these kind of very unremarkable weapons. The spear, I think, is a little better for this situation. So as far as profitability goes, though, there's quite a bit that you can choose from. The uncut diamonds and the arrowheads are always good. The Xanax is really good, though. They're almost 100k each, so that's not too bad if you get it at this low price. It does float around where it's not so remarkable, but there's the potential for Xanax to be very, very profitable in South Africa. So that's the things to buy: the uncut, the quartzite point, and then Xanax, of course. Of course, there's also the plushie and the flower, but the plushie is usually what people are flying for. So what do you expect during this event? Well, the first thing is you should be flying overseas. The event will be the hunting effect itself, so you can be overseas and landed when the event starts for you on your time, and you can just go ahead and start hunting right away. It's very, very straightforward, very simple to do that. If you stack, you fly out ahead of time. As soon as the event starts for you, you can start spamming your hunts, and it's just a click to get a hunting result, so you can do them really, really fast, and then you can fly back. And you do want to be fast because you will be mugged. You might even be hospitalized and then kind of harassed for paying for a revive or something like that. If you have your revives unlocked, it's not a bad idea to maybe think about going over there expecting to sell some revives. Your faction hopefully has revives turned on for this event. It's also viable to be the mugger instead of the one being mugged. If you fly out there and you're kind of middle late game, you want to try your hand at some mugs, you can just land, mug a bunch of people, dump the rest of the energy into the hunts, and then fly off real quick. Any extra time you spend in South Africa is going to drastically increase how often you get hit. Some factions in the past have actually just sat on people during this event and just hospitalized everyone in South Africa. That can happen. This is a very risky event, but the reward of 5x experience means that much less energy to spend on hunting. You still get that skill up. It's a risk that's worth doing for most people. So let's talk about that a little more. What is there to actually expect in that regard? Well, it's going to let you level up faster. It's going to improve your income because remember, there's better targets also, and that's going to make the merit hunting a lot easier. The big thing about this is if you have been doing a lot of flying, you've probably been turned off of South Africa because it's not the greatest for income per hour. But if you can get your hunting skill up to advanced pretty quickly, that kind of offsets that other income. Not completely, but it does make South Africa more viable, and that's good for a lot of players because they want that extra time where they're going to be AFK anyway, not playing Torn. SA or South Africa becomes that much better. So that's the whole event. I think that's all I want to say for this. I do recommend you definitely either get the armor or the weapon if you're planning to mug or attack people, and hopefully we don't get a update sprung on us that completely invalidates this by tomorrow, but we'll see. You know how Torn is, it's always changing, especially with these travel updates, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully it was edifying. I really appreciate this community. Appreciate you for watching this. Hopefully you have a lot of fun with this. Hopefully you find some benefit, some market, maybe not even the event itself. There's always these little opportunities like the reviving or mugging that come up with these events. So best of luck to you for whatever you decide to do with it, and I will catch you in the next one.